Me, my GF, and my GF's ex-best friend all went to Valencia Central Valley Park. We went probably 2 or 3 hours before sunset as to make sure we played during sunlight. We all prayed together before playing, and I even pulled out my wallet, a St. Nicholas prayer from the church, where my grandma's ashes are resting at. After doing what we thought was a protective act, we all started playing, all 3 hands on the planchette, and asking questions. We were speaking to an old lady at first. I think her name was Susan. She was in her 70s, and she spoke normally. The conversation was kinda boring then. She eventually moved it to goodbye while we were still trying to communicate with her. The planchette stopped moving for a bit, so we started asking questions again with no response. Out of nowhere, we started speaking to this thing. I don't remember its name, it just gave us random letters Qzet. At first it seemed strange based on the scattered movement and lack of responses to our questions. Then it just started sliding left and right across the board like crazy until I asked it to chill out and just talk to. It calmed down and I think all of us were scared, but we put up poker faces and just asked goofy questions. I asked if it could throw its bleep back in the afterlife, and it called me a bleep, but I got the paranoid urge to ask if meant is harm, and it immediately went to yes. We all stopped and froze like the mannequin challenge from 2016, and all of a sudden everything felt serious, or the air felt thick like when you get caught doing something you're not supposed to be doing. We got to tell it, okay, thank you for being honest. We'd like to end the game, and it went to no. I raised my voice and put bass in it to make myself sound firm and angry. I yelled at it to say goodbye until it finally did after not budging. Afterwards we felt relieved but kinda shaken up. My GF did start seeing shadow figures in her basement apartment after that experience, and she'd only feel safe telling me about it because she thought her family would call her crazy or assume something's wrong with her. I believed her though because I've experienced weird bleep in the past. Also, after the incident about 2 or 3 months later, I slept over and got the worst sleep paralysis I hadn't experienced since before. My mom hung a Jesus cross in a room that I was skeptical of, but for some reason worked at stopping my sleep paralysis. I got my face grabbed one night, and that's why the cross got hung in my room. But yeah, it was bad, and I tried blessing and cleansing the space, but it only helped slightly. Later on, we found a stray 7-week-old cat at my building, and we rescued it. We took it back to her house about a year ago. The cat somehow lightened the energy in there, and my GF stopped seeing the shadow figures. I don't understand why, but for some reason the cat helped. Even her mom and little sister, who don't believe in religion or supernatural stuff, commented months later how the basement apartment felt lighter or more welcoming and less creepy. I think the cat somehow made the thing we contacted wander away, because I used to hate being in the living room at night or would feel watch, but I don't anymore. Anyways, my GF was the one who wanted to play really bad in the first place. I hesitantly went along with the idea of playing, as well as her ex-best friend, who also hesitated. My GF wanted a spooky experience, and she sure as bleep did. Sometimes I still get an itch to play, almost like when you get a specific food craving. Recently, I told my GF's little sister to ask her for us to play as a group. I mentioned we should play at the park again, but GF refuses. She no longer wants to play even though she's the one who dragged us into it originally.